Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I'm going to be talking about the third week of November. This is a week of dramatic changes. Everything is heated up. Everything is out on the table, and now we don't know what to do with it all. This is going to be groundbreaking. Get ready to hear about this week of November 15th through the 21st. What can you expect? What's going on with the planets? How is this going to be affecting us? And remember, down below, tell me where you're at. Put some comments in there. And I guarantee you we're going to make sense of this incredible time frame that we're in the month of November. So remember, all of this is where the planets are today, and everything's relative to the moon. And I'm basing this on Central Time in Dallas, Texas. So adjust your clocks to where you are. Now, let me tell you about November 15th, which is a Saturday. November 15th, the moon will be in Virgo all day. And it's going to be basically, for the most part, in the nakshatra Uttara Phalguni. And Uttara Phalguni is a nakshatra that deals with relationship and marriage. So this is a good time to realize that we need to come together and find harmony with our partners. But I will say Saturn's opposing the moon on this day. And this makes it a little difficult to find happiness within our partnerships, because our partners will be heavy. They'll have their problems, but maybe that's what we're here to do, to help our partners feel better about what they're going through in their life, because there is just a heaviness, a seriousness within the air with Saturn opposing the moon. Now, Jupiter does sit in the 11th house from the moon, which means this is a good time to come together with friends, to lighten up with friends, even though partnerships are going to be draining. But it's also a good time financially, with Venus being in the second house from the moon. It's a good time to go out and buy good items, expensive items, if you're ready for that. But with Mercury, Mars in the third, it's a little contentious when it comes to our communications. Getting our message across to people may not come across right? Because not only is Mars with Mercury, but Mercury is retrograde. People will misunderstand what we're trying to say. So be cognizant and aware of what is going on around you when you communicate with friends and people. Now I'm looking at November 16th. This is a Sunday, and the moon is in Virgo all day today, but now it's in the nakshatra Hasta. Hasta means to grasp and hold things, and it is a powerful nakshatra when we talk about understanding things, grasping onto ideas, having clarity of mind. And even though the moon is still kind of opposed Saturn, Neptune, it's bypassed the exact degrees, so it's better. But Venus being in Libra in the second house from the moon is good for financial gains and or purchasing expensive items. The sun has shifted today into Scorpio. So happy birthday to sidereal Scorpio. And the sun is coming to alignment with Mars and Mercury, making the rest of this month more intense and a little bit more dramatic. Remember, Scorpio can be extremely dramatic. And the sun and Jupiter are in a perfect trine together. So this is a good day to come up with new creative ideas, especially with the sun being third from the moon. But Jupiter Sun can deal with opportunities. I think this is an amazing time, and opportunistic with creativity and or investing in financial matters. This sun will be trine Jupiter today and the next day, so take full advantage of this Jupiter and Sun in a trinal aspect. But another thing is, let's go to the next day, which will be November 17th, which is a Monday, and the moon will now be in Libra, while it's in Libra, things are coming together. We know how to sort of work with people better, because Libra's about finding peace, finding traction, finding togetherness, and the moon and Venus together in this sign represents peace, harmony, out of so much chaos that's been going on for the most part this month, and will continue, but it is a bit better. Now, the moon is going to be in the nakshatra Chitra, and early on in this day, the moon had just crossed over the fixed star that deals with overnight realizations. So this is Spica. Spica is also a star of literary genius, where people are really creative and talented and love learning. So that's going to be the name of the game for most of the part today with the moon. And Chitra is the bright shining star. It's an amazing nakshatra and deals with wealth and money as well. So Mars and Mercury are in the second house with the Sun in Scorpio, and this deals with speech. Be careful what you say today. Think before you talk. Be more eloquent with your choice of words. Don't blurt out what comes to mind. Otherwise, you're going to have your foot in your mouth and you're going to regret what you said. Please watch it. And Jupiter does sit in the 10th house from the moon right now, so work and job, you can be more prosperous, even though be careful with Mercury retrograde. It's a time of review, not a time of starting new things. Now I'm looking at November 18th. It's a Tuesday, and the moon will be in Libra all day today. And it will come together with Venus. Lovely. This is a time of artistic persuasion and doing things artistically, creatively. And the moon, for the most part, will be in the nakshatra called Swati. Swati is masterful with the communications. So Swati is the most convincing. Don't let people convince you of things you don't want, but you use that talent and this ability to be more convincing, to persuade others. But be very cautious what you say. Mars and Mercury are still together, and Mercury is retrograde, so people are argumentative. And you may not say the right thing because you're not thinking clearly with Mercury retrograde. And with Mars, you're tempered by your anger. Be cautious what you say and what you do. All right. So now I'm looking at November 19th, and this is a Wednesday. And on this day, we have got the moon still in Libra for most of the day. It will change late in the evening into, well, not that late, but it will change into Scorpio in the evening. But for the most part, it's in Libra. And it's in the nakshatra called Vishaka. And Vishaka is the undefeated one. Its symbol is a triumphal archway. People will do whatever it takes to get what they want when the moon is in Vishaka. That goes for you too. So they don't mind stepping on toes. So people can be more aggressive. And with Mars and Mercury, wow, Mercury is opposed Uranus today. And that can only be intense. People blurt out things unexpectedly, and things are happening unexpectedly. Be careful around traveling with Mercury, Uranus opposing each other. This is actually, I'd say, November 18th and 19th. But today, it's pretty exact. People can be more accident prone. Be careful with traveling. That is what's going on. And this would be the day that computer outages would probably be on the blink the most. Be leery around airports because when their computers go down, so do the airplanes. So be aware of that. I don't mean crashing down. I mean just not taking off. Okay. So now I am looking at November 20th. This is a Thursday, and the moon went into Scorpio. And I want you to know that today is the new moon. The sun and the moon are together in Scorpio, around 4 or 5 degrees, and this is opposed Uranus. Expect the unexpected today. And with Mercury there, exactly conjunct, just within a degree, the new moon, things are going haywire. Computer outages, problems. This is Mercury retrograde in full bloom. So expect the unexpected and realize that people are more absent-minded. This is not the time to sign any contracts or make any long-range deals. Just lay low. And it's a time to reflect, review things that have already started, not starting new things. Even though this is the new moon, but all the way up into this point, we had the dark moon. It's not time to begin things yet. It just isn't. Lay low and complete things that you've already started. And the moon being this new moon is actually in the nakshatra called Anuradha, which means this can be a revival of bringing people together in terms of being friendlier. Yeah, with Mercury and Mars here, it's not going to be easy, but we can give it a try to be friendlier, to be more considerate of others, even though the moon, as we well know, is debilitated in Scorpio. This is a testy time. Let me give you that. Okay, now I'm looking at Friday, November 21st. And this is the day the moon comes together with Mars. So as I said, people are not agreeable. And we've got the sun exactly opposed Uranus. This is trouble, mishaps, problems. People are not being on their best behavior. It's just pretty intense. This whole week is really, really intense with anger, frustration, attacks, violence, and accidents. Let's stay out of it. Stay home. Let's get some peace going on here. Of course, I think I'm going to be traveling, but you know, you got to look at your own chart. If all of this is going on globally, it's got to affect your personal chart, not just the world's chart. So that makes me remind everyone to get the Galactic Planner, because the Galactic Planner will tell you if this configuration is affecting your chart personally. Do you have anything at 5 degrees Scorpio or Taurus? If you do, yeah, I'd say some difficult, unexpected things can happen that can be a bit shocking. Be aware. You're going to want to be aware. But go to my planner, galacticplanner.com, to be aware of these type of things. Yes. So this concludes the third week of November, and it has gotten so heated up and intense. People are angry, and there's many people attacking, verbally as well as maybe even physically. Be cautious out there in this crazy world. And one more thing, I forgot to mention where the moon is. Yes, it's conjunct Mars, but it's in the nakshatra called Jyesta. Jyesta is all about, deep-seated emotional stuff and deals with jealousy. Be aware, people are going crazy. They may be jealous of you. There's a lot of things that we don't consider that people don't like us for. And usually it's because they want something you have and they would never admit it, but they're jealous. So be aware of what's happening today, Friday on the 21st of November. So with that, I think I'll close. Remember, if you want to learn more about me, go to my website, galacticcenter.org. Sign up for my free newsletter. Be part of my Patreon. And don't forget, if you want to be my student, go to my university website, which is universityofvedicastrology.com. Thank you.